Hello and welcome back to Chapter 4 on Forex News Basics. Today we are going to discuss GDP, the gross domestic product of a country. Imagine going to a mechanic and getting a score for your car. Your car's average score is 90 out of 100. Excellent, you may think. After further inspection, you decide to see how the score is made up. 10 out of 10 for tires, 10 out of 10 for steering, 10 out of 10 for visibility, and 0 out of 10 for brakes. Would you drive that car? No, of course not. And the same problem arises at the gym. Me and my fiancée regularly go to the gym. At the gym, there's this body scoring machine. You can stand on it and it will give you a score, based on your fat, muscle, metabolism, and a lot of other stuff. My score is normally 95 out of 100, while my fiancée's is normally 82. The problem is that the score is weighted heavily towards muscle, and you can score more than 10 out of 10. So my muscle score is 20 out of 10. But in all other metrics, my fiancée has me beat. She is definitely a lot better looking than me, but that is subjective. The problem with GDP is that it is one score meant to represent an entire economy. This is simply an impossible thing to do, yet everyone knows GDP and thinks it is important. Here is how we calculate GDP. Exports plus consumption plus government spending and investment, all added together. Simple, right? Yes, a bit too simple. What if some of the spending is counted twice? What if the government purposely blows out spending to look good politically? Okay, we get it. It's a flawed number. But what implications does GDP have on the currency market? Unfortunately, it has rather large implications in the currency market. But it's the same old story that you're used to by now. GDP good is good for the currency. GDP bad is bad for the currency. I can tell you that a weak GDP possibly causes the Fed to lower interest rates, thus weakening the currency, but you already know that. A higher GDP figure leads to inflation, economic tightening, and strengthening of the currency, and you know that as well. As good currency traders, we don't look only at one metric or one number to decide our trades. We look at many fundamental and technical indicators. This is ultimately what gives us a high probability of being correct about an economy and the demand for that economy's currency. Summary: as a fundamental indicator, GDP is useless, but as a psychological indicator, GDP is priceless, and that is ultimately what moves the market. There is a temptation when faced with complexity to reduce and simplify. That is sometimes necessary and even good. But how much simplification does this complex market allow before it punishes you, not for simplifying, but for being simple? My name is Jonathan, and I will see you in the next chapter.